Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you. We're gonna be doing our predictions for UFC 144, Edgar versus Henderson, which is gonna happen on February 25th. They've already announced a whole card, so we just thought, hey, let's do the show.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. You got anything to say about this card or anything in general, Dave?
We need to thank you, our sponsor.
Okay.
Our sponsor is OCLoveConnection.com. Are you single? Would you like to find the true love? Are you frustrated you cannot find it? Go to OCLoveConnection.com.
Cool. So what do you think of the card, man?
Oh, this is a great card, man. I mean, a lot of fighters I'd love to have. And most importantly, we have a sexy Yama here. And, we have Quinton, my Mongolian buddy. I mean, a lot of good fight. I mean, this is gonna be a fascinating fight.
Yeah, cool, man. Let's get started. Okay. In the main event for the lightweight title, Frankie the Answer Edgar is gonna fight Smooth Ben Henderson or Benson Henderson.
I know who you're gonna pick. You're gonna pick Edgar. I know. Everybody pick Edgar. I understand. Frankie, I love that guy. He's good. He BJ Penn, my hero. He beat my hero.
Great Maynard too, which was really cool.
I mean, he is great. I want to pick him, but I not because of revenge, just because I feel Ben Henderson in here. It's an underdog, which is very funny. I don't know how he is underdog or upset. I think he has a chance to beat Edgar.
He definitely has a chance to beat Edgar. And I'm a huge Smooth fan, man, myself. But I gotta go with Frankie Edgar to win this. Especially, I think Frankie especially would win in the stand-up. That's the big thing, and the speed.
I understand that, but I think if Henderson get a chance, his clinch gonna be nasty.
Oh, I always say it, man. I said it during the Clay Guida fight, man. This guy, when he grabs a hold of you, he's strong, man. His legs are like logs.
You don't even think about getting out. You're gonna be inside the bed, inside this clinch for a long time. He gonna tie you, he gonna beat you up, and I think if he gonna win, he has to win by the clinch. He has to win by his, his technique. I think there's a chance that he can tire. Well, not really tie Edgar out, but not tie him out, but win by the clinch.
Sure, yeah. No, his clinch game is actually the thing I'd worry about with Frankie Edgar, combined with Ben Henderson's overall strength as well.
Not even, forget Ben Henderson have a really good BJJ. The combination with strength, the clinch and the BJJ, there is a chance for him to win.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. But I think Frankie Edgar, his wrestling is really good. I mean, for his size, especially his takedown defense is stellar. His offensive takedowns are good. His scrambling ability is very good.
Yeah.
Probably not as good as Ben Henderson's. I think Ben Henderson scrambles. And this is a guy that defended a Clay Guida takedown by doing splits.
I mean, Ben Henderson, man, he is amazing. I only worry about one thing is Edgar. Frankie is really fast. All right, he's so well rounded. He got to a kick, he threw a punch. I'm afraid that Ben Henderson will not handle the standout so well, and I'm also afraid because Henderson doesn't have a really good standout defense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he gets punched in the face again at times.
So I'm kind of worried, but Henderson have really good, he's really resilient. He's good chin. I think he can take. All I want to do is hoping he can get a clinch, get a BJJ down, so we can win by this. Henderson, you can do this. You can do this.
Both these guys are tough to finish. I see the fight going 5 rounds.
Yep.
The thing is the wrestling of Frankie Edgar. His own resilience himself, he's even tough to finish. His in and out style, his side to side lateral movement, in the stand up, his use of combinations. I think he's gonna beat Ben Henderson in stand up. Wrestling and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I think Ben Henderson actually has better Brazilian Jiu Jitsu from what I've seen. Not to say Frankie Edgar has bad Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu himself. It's very strong as well. His ability scrambles are really good as well. Both these guys have really good wrestling, both offensively and defensively. So, it's a very interesting matchup. I just think that stand-up edge, I gotta give it to Frankie Edgar here.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. That's moving forward.
Okay, and the co-main event, we have Ryan Darth Bader versus Quinton Rampage Jackson.
Ryan Bader. I like the guy, but Rampage gonna kill him.
Yeah, I have Rampage winning this one, as well.
I mean, come on, Rampage, when he fight with the JoJo, my God, he defend JoJo defense like no other.
Yeah, well, it's takedowns, yeah.
Takedown, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he eventually did get taken down by Jones, but the fact that he defended as many John Jones takedowns as he did, really shows that, he's always had really good takedown defense. I think this fight should be no different. Bader goes for those power double legs. I think Quinton Rampage will be able to defend. He's defended enough power double legs to be able to probably defend Ryan Bader's power double legs.
And don't forget, he is very experienced. He goes through everyone. He knows all.
Yeah, he's seen it all.
He's seen it all, and just watch out. He's a good counter punch, man.
Yeah, actually, one thing I like about Rampage is not just his takedown defense, but his stand-up defense is good too. I can see Bader throwing one of his overhand rights, getting blocked, and Rampage going for a counter, like a hook counter.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can see that sequence in my head, where like Bader goes for an overhand right, Rampage will block, probably like this, and then he'll probably do a counter hook. I mean, I can see the sequence in my head, actually.
I think that's probably what's gonna happen, and then Rampage, probably one of these days he's gonna, Ryan Bader just gonna get some, and then maybe wobbling, and Rampage is gonna go over there and, ground pound and just kill him.
Yeah, I can see this being similar to like the Hamill fight, for example, where Rampage just stuffed takedowns, made Hamill pay for every takedown attempt, and beat him up on the feet.
Absolutely.
That's kind of how I see the fight. I'm usually I like to say that like the opponent has like a way to win. The guy, the problem with Bader is like Rampage has fought, a Bader type fighter before. That's why it's really hard for me to imagine Bader winning using his wrestling or knocking them out or anything like that. I don't see it.
Not saying Ryan Bader is bad, just saying he's fighting an opponent that down there.
I think from a stylistic standpoint, I'd have to pick Rampage.
Of
My only thing with Rampage probably is his motivation to fight. I mean, is he gonna be slow and plodding maybe because he's not motivated? That's my only concern, really.
I don't think it's gonna be the opponent let him lose this fight with Bader. I just don't think Bader has not much chance to win this fight.
I think stylistically Rampage should win this one.
Alright, next, Kongo.
Yeah, Cheick Kongo versus Mark, is it Super Samoan Hunt, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah.
I like Kongo. I think he's a good fighter, great Muay Thai, but you know why?
What?
Why never die? Why never die, man? Mark Hunt never die. This guy is a top fighter in the pride, okay? I don't care about what you say. This guy's a good standout. He showed me improvement, alright?
He actually has improved a lot. I love the guy.
He used to be the guy you try to BJJ him and he tapped out. He's not doing that anymore, And then, he used to be the guy, doesn't know how to wrestle. He's not doing that anymore. He showed great heart. I think, pride never die. I think he showed improvement. I think he can. If he doesn't win this fight, it's okay, man. He's gonna show the great improvement. Show you guys what he got.
Hey, you know what, man? I gotta give props to Mark Hunt. Beating up, he beat up Christy Scherer, and then he beat Ben Rothwell. The Rothwell fight though actually showed improved Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and improved wrestling. He actually went for offensive takedowns. He showed an ability to get back to his feet when he was taken down himself. And also even went for an armbar. This guy was like hitting, he was going into dominant positions like side mount on Ben Rothwell. He's definitely plugging into holes, which is really funny that in 2012, Mark Hunt, with a win over Cheick Kongo, could be a top 10 heavyweight.
Nice.
And it was inconceivable back in the days. This guy was losing to, some like McCorkle and other guys like that. The thing with Cheick Kongo, though, he has really strong Muay Thai, pretty lanky guy. He's got a good chin. He's pretty resilient as well. Ground game's weak, but I don't think Mark Hunt is that good to take advantage of it. His takedown defense isn't stellar, but once again, Mark Hunt, he's improving. If he can really take advantage of it.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Mike Hunt probably not gonna get too much of the advantage on those two field, but I just saying, man, this guy, I love him. He was one of the greatest. I want to see him fight, and I see his improvement. Have so much heart. I just think he's gonna pull out a good show.
Yeah, no, I think I'll put up a good show too. Especially if it stays standing. I'd actually worry for Congo. As good as Congo's striking is, I think Mark Hunt arguably might have the better stand-up. He might even have the more power too.
Yep.
The thing with Congo is one thing about him though is, and I can see this, what he did to Matt Mitrione in his last fight is offensive takedowns. I can see him possibly go for a lot of takedowns on Mark Hunt, and like the third round against Mitrione, get the takedown, do some ground and pound. Yeah. His Congo's offensive, his takedown defense isn't that great, but his offensive takedowns aren't too bad. It's good enough to take down. He's take down like Hard On, can beat him with ground and pound. Like I said, Matt Mitrione. So I think he's gonna try to use more clinch offensive takedowns on Mark Hunt. That's why I think he'll win. Yeah. If the fight stays standing, though, I'd actually favor Mark Hunt.
Yep. That's why I was worried. If Kongo go for the takedown or clinch, it's very dangerous. But again, love Mark Hunt, and I think if he staying out fight, he might win. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay, next fight after that, we have Sexyama Yoshihiro Akiyama versus Jake Shields.
Akiyama.
There's too many.
Akiyama.
What now?
You choose him, right?
I'm actually picking Jake Shields.
What? Don't you? I thought you hate Jake Shields.
Yeah, I don't like Jake Shields.
Why you picking him for?
I think it's stylistically.
I don't care, man. It's Akiyama.
Okay, Jake Shields' stand-up kind of sucks.
Yeah, Akiyama stand-up is like freaking zombie, man. He can beat he all you want, man. He's not gonna go down. He has great heart. He's going, suicidal mission, man.
Yeah, you saw like the Levin fight, and that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
The thing with Jake Shields, I think his wrestling. I'm not like big on his wrestling. He'll grab a leg and he's relentless about taking guys down. The reason why I'm picking Jake Shields, honestly, for Akiyama is just that Akiyama's making his first cut to 170, and his cardio. He's had cardio issues in the past. I just don't know how he's gonna handle the cut.
I know this is a new test for him, but dude, it's Akiyama, man. I think no matter how difficult it is, he knows it. He trained for it. He has this Japanese, the warriors, belief. I don't think, he doesn't know that. I think he knows that he will train his cardio. He will push forward. He will do exactly what he was. This guy have a good chin too. It's like, how the hell are you gonna beat him out? If Lethal cannot finish him, no one. I just don't think. I just don't think Jake Shields can finish him. I just don't think so.
Well, actually, Akiyama was finished by Levin by triangle choke in the last couple seconds, and Vitor Belfort knocked him out too. But I don't think Jake Shields. I don't think Jake Shields is gonna knock him out standing anytime soon. His stand up looks amateurish at times. I think that with the weight cut and how the fight goes, especially with the cardio, Akiyama's cardio might actually be better at 170. It might be worse. It's tough to say, because you won't have all that muscle. Takedown defense, Akiyama does have a judo base, so it does make me question if Jake Shields will be able to get the takedown that easily.
I mean, Jake Shields, he's great guy. I mean, he's so much, high about him. But when I saw his wrestling,
it's actually not bad. Yeah,
I've never.
Yeah. I just kind of wonder if Jay Shields gets a fight to the ground. He should be able to win the ground game though, from his back or on top.
I understand. He has a great BJJ, but I just think Akiyama has a good judo base. I don't think Jay Shields can take him down that easy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, Akiyama stylistically has a lot of things that favor him against
I mean,
Shields.
dude, the guy push forward, the guy have a good stand out, the guy have a good chin. He gonna push forward, he gonna outbox the Jake Shield. Jake Shield gonna take him down, and he just gonna, get back on his feet or defend a takedown, and he gonna use his judo to attack him. If anything, he might draw some judo on Jake Shield, but all I say is he gonna stand out in the big Jake Shield with his 2 fists, man. Akiyama all the way, dude.
You know what? Actually, I really don't have much to say positively for Jake Shields here. To be honest, I think he has better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I welcome you back to Akiyama, man.
But the weight cut's the only thing I really have against Akiyama. Otherwise, yeah, actually, Akiyama's kind of tough to take down. I never was impressed with Jay Shields' wrestling. His grab a leg and relentlessly tried to take a guy down.
I think Jay Shields was high about his relentless takedown. I mean, his takedown never impressed me. He's just not.
But maybe he'll work. You know what? It's worked on a lot of opponents. Maybe he'll work on Akiyama, but I don't know.
Dude,
maybe we should just get to the next fight.
Yeah, next fight. Akiyama.
Okay. We have Joe Lauzon versus Anthony Showtime Pettis.
Joe Lauzon, man.
Anthony Showtime Pettis, man.
Dude, Joe Lauzon has, okay, I know he has a bad reputation on second round. Anything after the first round, it's pretty much over. But he is a monster. He is freaking werewolf. He is dangerous on the first round. Once he releases, once he's on, he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's just gonna go towards you with his, he's just gonna eat you out with his good BJJ, good striking, and good, wrestling. He is everything. He busts everything on the first round. After that, then I don't know him anymore.
Yeah. Joe Lauzon did have that upset win over Melvin Gillard. He actually dropped him with a left hook, subsequently choked him out.
Yep.
The thing with Anthony Showtime Pettis, though, is besides having a good offensive stand-up, actually he's pretty hard to hit clean. I always felt that he's always been pretty good defensively. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is really good, both off his back and on top. He goes for a lot of triangles and arm bars and whatnot when he's on the bottom. And he has good, from the top he's good as well.
Yeah.
His wrestling has been improved as well as offensively. He was taking down Jamie Stevens in his last fight, and defensively, I've seen him defend takedowns against the likes of like a Shane Roller. I think even against Jamie Stevens as well. I think he defended a couple of Ben Henderson's takedowns as well. Actually, when they fought.
I think you're right. Anthony might win. I just think on the first one it's very hard to say. It's very hard to say.
Yeah.
If he's on, then there's a possibility he's gonna be and Anthony. If he's not, then the game's over.
Okay, I'm going with Pettis for that one.
Fine.
Okay, on to the prelim card. Okay, we got Tim the Barbarian Bosch versus Yushin Thunder Okami.
Okami.
Yeah, I got Okami win this one. I like Tim Bosch at middleweight. He's been using his strength Two definitely overpower opponents. He uses his redneck judo very well against guys like Nick Ring and whatnot, and he has solid wrestling and good top control.
Good point. I mean, they both have a good judo,
Yeah, that's the only problem is that Okami also
have a good judo.
He has really good judo. Against like Munoz, he's shown really stout takedown defense.
His takedown defense is solid. He has a solid standout too.
Yeah, he throws a lot of straight punches. I like that about him.
And I really like his top control. He has a really good top control.
It's really stifling.
Yeah, I think I think he will win this fight.
Yeah, Timbo's his stand-up's decent. He has a lot of power. I think Okami will have the more crisp stand-up kind of fight though. Yeah. So yeah, I got Yushin Okami beating Timbo's here.
Nice.
Good.
All right.
Next fight after that, we have Steve the Robot Cantwell versus Ricky Fukuda.
This is a tough one, man. I want to pick Steve just because, Ricky has long layoff, dude.
Yeah, I think it's been like a year since he lost to Nick Ring, which is utter crap because he should have won the fight. I think he's coming off surgery or he got in an accident or something like that.
And that's what worries me. I mean, Steve, he's not a great fighter. It's 7-5 record. That's not something I would want to pick on. I mean, 3 KO, TKO for submission, so that's fine. At 25 though, but he coming for 4, losing streak. So I don't know.
4-fight losing streak, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Cantwell. I'm picking Ricky Fukuda to win this one. Against Nick Ring, Fukuda was showing some solid wrestling, which I really liked. His stand-up's really good, as most of his wins, actually, most of his wins are by decision, but as far as finishes go, he has 7 wins by KO or TKO. He does have good stand-up himself. But yeah, I was really impressed with him in his last fight against Nick Ring. I think he can kind of emulate what he did to Ring against Cantwell.
I think so too, but again, it concerns me with his long layoff and all that surgery. I just don't know what condition he has right now. I mean,
Good point.
A fighter's condition is very important, so I'm not going to say anything on this one.
You know what, with Cantwell though, he's always had some pretty solid kickboxing, and his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is actually pretty good.
But his cardio is also questionable, so I'm not saying he's in his best shape too. So
yeah, against Mike Vicenzio, maybe it was because of his first weight cut to 185, but once the second round happened, the Cantwell we saw in the first round vanished in the second and third round against Vicenzio, and he was getting outstruck by a guy that's primarily a wrestler.
Yeah. Well, but he does have a good kickboxing. The only reason I'm picking is he's not that bad, but facing the Ricky's long layoff, he might got a chance. That's just what
Cool. Okay, next fight after that, we have Von Lee versus Narifumi Kid Yamamoto.
I want to go Yamamoto, but I still worry about, does he still got it or not?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. The only thing is Von Lee isn't that great.
Yes.
That's the big thing here. I mean.
Yeah, he's not great at all.
Yeah. Like Von Lee's record's like 11-7-1. It's not that good. He does get a lot of finishes. 4 wins by KO or TKO and 6 wins by sub.
But stylistically, I just don't think he has anything.
Yeah, Yamamoto, when he was on, man, I mean his stand-up was awesome. His wrestling was really good too.
Absolutely.
When he shows glimpses of that, he looks really good. Like I think he took him around from Demetrius Johnson. There's some glimpses of like the old Yamamoto against Darren Ayanayama. 13 of Yamamoto's wins are by KO or TKO. If he can show off that kickboxing against Von Lee, that's it. I'm just hoping that kid's still got it. That's the thing, and that's why I'm gonna pick him to win this one.
Yeah, I hope he still got it. I mean, he has a good BJJ defense. He has good chin. I mean, I just hope he still got it.
Okay, next right after that, we have Chris Karasa versus Takeya Mizugaki.
I gotta pick Chris. How about you?
I'm going with Takeya Mizugaki to win this one.
I knew it. Why?
Mizugaki, his stand-up's really solid. He knocked out Cole Escobedo in his last fight.
I know.
He's always pushing forward. He had a really great fight with Miguel Torres, where they're just brawling. He's got a strong chin as well. Pretty resilient guy. Tough to finish.
I know, but Chris, his record's not that bad. 12-3, 2 KO, 2 submission. He tried, win and lost here and there. But he has potential, man. I think there's a possibility.
He's done well against top bantamweights. I think he fought Renan Barao and Michael McDonald, and actually did pretty well against those guys. I think he went up against. I know he went up against one of those guys and looked good. So that says a lot, actually.
I know. I mean, I want to see how it goes. I think this guy might has a chance to win this fight.
Yeah, no, he's a solid fighter. I like the guy myself. I think Karasa is a solid fighter. Problem is, I think he's coming off a win now, so he's due for a loss.
What? You call that? Okay.
No, but Mizugaki stylistic. I mean, he does have really good stand-up, good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu defense. Just an overall resilient guy.
Alright, we'll see.
Next fight after that, we have Takanori Gomi, who's the Fireball Kid, versus George Sotiropoulos.
George all the way, man.
Yeah, I like George Sotiropoulos. You know what he brings, especially with his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, rubber guard game.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding, it's awesome.
I love his rubber guard. I mean, he inspired me to learn rubber guard and do rubber guard. I know he has been losing too far. I know he's not doing too hard, but emotionally speak, no matter what, I pick George. But stylistically, I think he might win.
Yeah, stylistically, the thing that concerns me is Gomi. He has motivation issues too. I mean, like Yamamoto's skills have been decreasing over time. But the thing is, Gomi has a lot of power.
Yes.
George's chin hasn't looked that great as of late, getting dropped multiple times by Dennis Seaver and knocked out by Rafael dos Anjos. However, and Gomi actually does have good takedown defense as well. My only thing is, like I said, his skills have decreased over a year, so I don't know how good he's gonna look again. And he has motivation issues in training as well. And that's the thing with George Sotiropoulos. There's no motivation issues with this guy. He lives kind of like a warrior lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean the guy is. I'm pretty sure two fight lose definitely hurt him a lot. Emotionally, I think he definitely gonna, wipe out this his record. I think he coming out strong. Using his BJJ, using his wrestling, using his good stand out. He'll be good. I mean, he fight with, past fight, he fight with Joe Stephenson. He was doing hot, and I think he can do that again.
Pellegrino, yeah.
Yeah.
During that time, yeah. My only thing is with Sotiropoulos is his wrestling has proven to be not that strong. He goes for more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style takedowns, not more wrestling style. He doesn't have a lot of drive in his takedowns, for example. So that kind of concerns me. But I am gonna go Sotiropoulos, hoping he can get the fight to the ground and use his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to win this one.
Alright. Once it's on the ground, then it's pretty much his game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alright, next one.
Next one after that, we have Hatsu Hioki versus Bart Paletki.
What do you pick?
Yeah, I got Hatsu Hioki winning this one. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is really good. He didn't look that great against George Roop. I think one thing that shows is the Japanese training every discipline individually and not mixing them together, and that really showed in his last fight.
See, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm picking Bart because what you just said. I mean, I think they train everything so individually. There's no transition. When they do BJJ, they do BJJ. When they do stand on, they do stand on. I mean, they don't know how to, take one to the other. And I think Bart, he is really good on pushing forward. A lot of power, good stand on, good BJJ, decent wrestling. I mean, this guy has 50 MMA bout. I mean, this guy knows what's going on, and he has done this 50 times. I think he knows how especially train, in the UFC. He knows what's going on with all the transition. I think he can definitely show whoever your guy is and what's up.
That's Hioki though. He is solid. His stand-up's actually pretty solid. But like I said, like when he went to the ground, there's like 0 ground and pound. When he, it was just like he wanted to. Once it hits the ground, he just wants to do jiu-jitsu. It's like that idea of not really mixing the styles. He was really open to do elbows on George Roop and whatnot. Didn't do him. But you know what? He is a solid fighter. I mean, he's actually pretty good at everything. His jiu-jitsu, stand-up. His wrestling's not that bad either, and his takedown ability's not that bad either.
No, I respect that. I know he has. Yeah. He individually, he's really good. I just say, UFC is off MMA. You have to use all your style in a good transition in order to beat your opponent.
Okay, cool. And finally, we have Leonard Bad Boy Garcia versus the Mongolian Wolf, Kwan.
Kwan all the way, man. Mongolian brother, you're gonna show him what's up, right?
Yeah, man. I hope Kwan doesn't fight stupid. I hope
Okay. He fought stupid time, but
against Elkins. He kept going for like guillotines for some reason.
I mean, the guy has really decent stand-out, good judo and strong BJJ. I mean, he trained in Mongolia, I mean, all we do is wrestling and the judo. I mean, I think he would definitely. Garcia, he's not that good. Come on.
Yeah, no, Leonard Garcia. I mean, this guy wins fights by punching air. I mean,
it's not like he gonna take my Mongolian brother down. It's on the other hand, I think my Mongolian brother gonna judo him on the ground and the BJJ choke his ass out. That's what I think.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I hope Zhang actually tries to get the fight to the ground and uses Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to win this fight. And the stand-up, you're really leaving it up to the judges.
Yeah.
And with Garcia, because of aggression and octagon control,
bullshit,
he has been known to win fights that he probably shouldn't have won.
I mean, I respect as a fighter. Garcia is good. He has his way to win. I just think a lot of fight he doesn't deserve to win, and he won because he's punching in the air. It's my Mongolian brother gonna straight this out, man.
Cool. So that's pretty much it for our predictions for UFC 144. If you have any comments, just leave them below. Got anything to say, Dave?
Nothing much. Again, we are doing hard. Keep looking at us. Keep support for us. Give us any feedback. We haven't done Q&A for a while. Give us some questions so we can talk about it.
Cool. That's pretty much it for MMA for you. Thank you very much.